Flowers, 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 flowers everywhere, 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 and whoop, 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 whoop. Holy shit, there's a girl. We got a girl. So hello and welcome to Dommy Tries This. We are doing a garden update because there is a lot going on in our squash and tomatoes. I'm so excited about it. Really, we've seen a lot of good things going on. So let's start over here with our tub, I guess, tub squash. And and we will go and see the peppers today too, because there's some cool things in there as well. But this guy's looking okay, but he's not doing what this guy's doing. This guy is like trying to take over. This is the Black Beauty squash. I don't know if I'm going to keep that in there. I'm waiting to see what happens. But more than likely we'll end up down to one guy. Both are saffron summer squash. Hello, look in there. This guy is just starting, so we'll see what happens. And our gray zucchini, look in there, are starting to bloom already. I'm pretty pleased to see that. They are not as big and wide as bushy as I've gotten in the past. I may have to insert a photo for you guys to see. I actually have a picture of a friend's hand up against one of the leaves of one of the zucchinis that I had a few years back, and it engulfed her hand. It was really huge, and it'd take over the whole pot. That's one of the reasons why I'm saying this year is so weird for me. It's that, yeah, it's weird. They're all not really all that bushy yet, and yet they're already coming up with flowers. Anyway, speaking of flowers, our straight 8 cucumber, I think I may finally have convinced the two of them to start coming back down. One of them is definitely already starting to twine on the way down, and the other one I'm kind of working on because it's being stubborn. But the stubborn one has a girl. Look at that. So if you can see it, I know the camera's not quite focusing on it, but if you can see it, there is a long like pod thing at the end of that. It looks all prickly. That is where the cucumber will grow. So that is a girl, and that's what I've been waiting for. Now I need more of them, a lot more of them. But we are seeing girls finally starting to show up, and hopefully that means that we will get some more down here where I can actually reach them. Hopefully tomorrow morning I can actually get that one and pollinate it, and we'll get our first cucumber, but we'll see. So the second honey nut, I am gradually working on getting her to move up instead of fold in on herself. The first honey nut, the bigger honey nut, is blooming. As you can see, the watermelons are looking really good now. They weren't looking so good earlier, but they're looking good now, and they're climbing up, and they're doing what they're supposed to do. So I'm pleased with that. Let's go around over here. We got pods. We got pods on the ground cherries, and these other ground cherries are growing. I'm going to have to pull some of these, and we don't want more than 3 plants in here, and that's like a lot right there. And anyway, but look, we got pods. Now inside those, you'll see those later, are the little tomato balls like things. And we had another pod towards the back. I took pictures of it. I posted it on my Instagram, and I did mention that I didn't think it would make it, and it looks like it didn't. Oh no, here it is. It's over here. It's kind of flattened out, so I don't think there's anything in there. I'm not going to feel out. Still working on getting the purple tomatillo to do what it's supposed to do, but this second plant has just started giving me some flowers in here, so hopefully we'll start seeing some pods in there very soon. Now the tomatoes, all but a couple of them, have gone wild. This one is I believe the black cherry. Yes. And we've got black cherries. Hello. There's a couple of them in there. We've got new flowers coming in. You should be seeing some in there. I recently did a trim, a pruning of branches and leaves. You can actually eat the leaves in small amounts. You can use them kind of like basil leaves and put them in sauces. You can grind them in sauces, but you can also take the leaves themselves. I wouldn't put the stems in, but you can take the leaves themselves and you can use them in a salad. Anyway, moving on. Here is our mini tomatoes, and we have somewhere in here. Where are they? Where were they? I saw them. Here they are. As you can see, I don't know if you can see. Let's come around this way. There we go. Can you see there? Right there. Those should be changing colors soon. The tomatoes are they're apparently amazing. Giving this a shake. I'm going to shake that. Let it pollinate. Haven't seen too many pollinators out here. I did see one the other day, but I haven't seen one come back. And hold on just 1 second. And here we have our, I believe, honey delights. Yes, these are our honey delights. Also, we have our first one there, just starting. Nice. And more flowers to shake, shake, shake. I think they might need a little bit more water. They just got rained on the other day, but anyway, or actually last night. We've been getting rain almost every night. Anyway, this aroma, I'm giving it props for being determined. And we've got a Cherokee finally coming up. These guys are not the Cherokee purples. These are not ready to flower. But then I wouldn't have thought my black cherries were ready to flower either. They should be like at the tops of that. But hey, do your thing. And here we have our indigo blues. And we have our first indigo blue coming in right there. I'm real excited to see that. And of course, we're going to shake those flowers. And finally, over here, the last of our tomatoes, we have, this should be my chocolate stripes. Look at those. Beautiful. And again, more flowers to shake. This one has a very different leaf. As you notice, these leaves are more rounded. Most of the others have this kind of serrating in their leaves. This one does not. It's really interesting. More shaking. We did actually lose our snow peas, unfortunately. So we now have corn. I just planted it. And we've got little things in here that don't belong, but we just planted corn. This has an 80-day plant to harvest check time. So I am hoping that we will get some of the corn by, say, early to mid-October, somewhere in there, and that'll make it worth it. But I've also got more seeds. They sent a lot of seeds, so I do think I need to top up this thing with some more soil, but I'm going to have to buy that. And I also have to pick up some extra nitrogen just for them. I think it's nitrogen. I have it on my Amazon wish list, sitting in my cart waiting for me to have the money. But they do need nitrogen to do their thing. Alrighty, so as I said, that we are doing so very, very well out here. Look at that. Look at that. That's more of the honey delights. Beautiful. So excited. So excited. All right, so we are going to go in and check on the peppers. Just give me about 2 seconds. So as I was going in, oh my goodness, I am seeing more girls. Look, this one is just starting. So hopefully we can get her tomorrow. And this one looks like she may have gotten pollinated. It has darkened up and thickened up a bit. So hopefully we're getting our first cucumber. So exciting. So exciting to see. So exciting to see. I come out here every day with a 2-ended brush with the long side of the The one with the longer bristles I use on my squash plants because these big flowers need something deep. And then I use the shorter end on the tomatillo. All right, so now we will go in and check on our peppers. I think some of the changes are easy to see. We are getting above the edge. That's so nice. But let's start at the bottom here. I am very, very happy with the ahis. Finally, they're growing. The one in the back is still small. I am waiting for these two to get a little bit bigger and a little bit sturdier, and then I'm going to have to split all of these so that I have them equally apart in here. I can't have them close like that. And I would actually thin one out, but somebody wants one of our plants. So we're going to try to keep all three. We're just going to split them up until they get a little bit bigger. And then eventually one will come out and be taken to a friend that wants one of the ahi plants. Green hollows, poblados, doing about the same. But look at this purple. She is growing beautifully. The dragon claws have recovered from whatever was going after them, and they're getting taller. So are the marconis. Look at this beautiful paprika. Oh my goodness, they're looking so good. Finally split those two little habaneros, and they're doing their thing. They're getting up there, and they're going to start spreading out soon. And of course, our one Anaheim, she is going to start giving us some fruit before anybody else. And these Fresnos they have been going for it. I'm telling you guys, Anaheims, Fresnos, and usually jalapenos and habaneros are just amongst the easiest peppers to grow. They really, really are. They just usually. So the trouble we had this year was a little surprising. But I've learned some things in the future. We will be keeping all of our peppers on the porch at least until they're yay high. They seem to like outside when they're bigger, when they're much bigger, even bigger than this guy right now. But when they're small, apparently they need to have some protection from the sun for a while. They dry up very easily, and as much as I like the heat, that sun can get to them when they're smaller. At any rate, so that is it for the day, and I hope you like what you've seen. And if you do like what you've seen, it's so nice. We hope you will subscribe. When you subscribe, please hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. I currently upload 2 days a week. That would be Monday and Thursday. However, we have bonus videos. I'm out of breath. We have these garden videos as bonus videos at least until mid-October, possibly till the end of October. It depends on how cold it gets and how long the quote-unquote Indian summer will last. I'm pretty damn sure we're going to get one. We will see, though. We're going to need one for these peppers to actually produce, I think. But yes, so garden videos usually start, March, April, May, around May, after May, and then go through till at least September, sometimes all the way into October. And then my son does his Geek Fuel. If you send anything, that's open as a bonus video. Unless you don't want me to, just let me know and I won't do it. And so yeah, if you want to see any of those, you will have to have that bell clicked so that I show up in your reminders on your YouTube home page, because YouTube is not emailing. If you're part of my notification squad, please check both your subscription and your bell to make sure they're both still active, because yes, indeed, YouTube is still scrubbing subscribers from channels, so you'll want to check that. If you choose not to subscribe just because we're doing plants today, well, let me tell you something. We don't always just do plants. We also do makeups, and we've just started foods, so you probably want to come and check us out again. But if you don't, well, you're always welcome back here, and we hope we'll see you again. And that's it. Again, hope you have a good one.